I'm not a gold digger. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allan Toniks. Welcome to Let It Out, our musical mental health chat. And on my left, I have co-hosts and guests, Jackie Chandiru, the one and only. Make some noise! And then we have Chozen Bloods. Yeah. Make some noise! Yes, this is our first ever session, and we'll be bringing you this session on a monthly basis. So watch out, watch this space, and let's get into it. It's chill, nothing too serious. Yeah, so maybe Jackie, you can say a couple of words.
Yes, a bad gala gangster straight from Kijomoro Machaluba Mazamba Kwari Jackie Chan with the brain of the Nile.
Gra.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
And then we have Chozen
Blood. Hey guys, it's amazing being here, and most importantly, talking about the mind. I love sharing food for the mind. We feed everything, we hardly feed the mind. So you're welcome on the feast for the mind. Yeah.
Word. I don't know if our guests should also introduce themselves.
Yeah, that would be
our audience. So we will always have different people come and join us to be sort of our audience and give us some feedback. But since they're always different, maybe we should have an opportunity to always introduce each and everyone. Yeah, and if you want to come on the show and be with us sometime, just get in touch with us right on this platform. Just message us and we shall be able to reach out to you and see how we can get together and you come and join us and we have a chat. Straight. Let's go straight into what brought us here. Yes. So earlier before we got on air, we were already chatting about some of the things that we have on our itinerary. And one of the things we're talking about was the impact of social media on mental health from our perspective as musicians, as artists, as entertainers. It's a very wide topic, but we all have different experiences and insights about the topic. So maybe I would like to, should I hear something from Jackie? They say ladies first.
Yeah.
Although ladies like being first, but they forget that even in hell, they like being first only in good things.
In Uganda, they say chichogeza koko yisao.
They like being first kulaini emmere.
I know.
They like being first.
Those are important things.
Not being first in paying bills.
But when they say chiboko zakira wali, when they say we are recruiting for war,
yeah.
Ngabagamba wasajja be basooka. That's the way.
Personally, I don't understand why they don't ask me to go at the front line, because I'm a person that likes to take things head on. Sagala muzanyo. It's call a spade a spade. If it is time to fight. If it's time to talk.
Word.
So I don't know why people don't look for me, but it is okay. It's also good. I keep my low profile, so they will take time to find out about me. However, with social media, we were speaking about it like a few minutes ago.
Word.
But just as us.
Yeah.
But I would like to break it down to something, if it is okay.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that our names appear more, and we have Wikipedia pages, and we're like, when you Google us, you'll find the names. There's no difference between us and any other person.
Yeah.
That's what I think when it comes to social media. Like, the thing about social media, it has its advantages and disadvantages. When you get on social media, and you don't even have to be anybody. You can just post a picture, but you'll find somebody speaking everything negative. about you. But out of the negativity, for example, 20% are some of the things that you've noticed as a person, but you keep to yourself.
Word.
But somebody else has noticed it. But the difference is the person has put it out there. The person hasn't called you to tell you, yo, it's like this, and that. So the social media has got its advantages and disadvantages. You get to realize, number one, for me, the most important thing, and also as a musician, as the people that we are, my name appearing a lot in places, is I get to know people's opinions of me. Not that it really matters, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Right.
It doesn't really matter to me, but still, somewhere, somehow.
Like feedback.
Yes, it's feedback. Like for you believe you're doing your best, but then somebody believes you're not doing enough. And then, so that means, okay, what part do I check? What part is this and what part is that? But also, I believe where we are, it tends to take you away from the cloud that you have. If you pay for people to write nice stuff about you, it tends to bring you down to earth. That, yes, I'm paying for this, so you have to fire the person that you're paying to write nice stuff about you. That's number one.
If you don't get the results you want.
If you don't get, the results you will get, generally you will get, because then you're going to block everything. That's why, like, people like Beyonce, Jay-Z, they're publicists, people who are in charge of stuff like that. But then when you actually come down to earth, like when you leave the cloud, it is the munyonyo, the whichever mansion you stay in, you get to listen, to know what people actually think about you.
In an unfiltered.
Unfiltered. They don't. Social media doesn't hold back. I have a few people I have quarrels with, but that's okay. I'll get them. I'm just trying to figure out their proper names and stuff like that. But that's what I think. I think it has advantages and disadvantages. But putting that aside, in the end, it affects your mental health, the way you think.
True.
If you don't have the hard skin, then you're gonna give in to whatever it is that is coming from social media, and you're gonna fall.
That's interesting. Very interesting perspective. I mean, I realized earlier, was it you were saying I'm too,
Oh, you don't want me to talk about you.
I'm too what?
You're too English.
Yes, I'm too English.
He just went to school, really nice school. He thinks of, his life is a nice bed of roses, and I don't understand. I don't get it.
No, you know why she's saying that? That's because I was saying that I feel like sometimes if someone goes on social media and says some negative stuff, sometimes I go out to the person's profile and I find like they have 20 followers. So I'm like,
You said 5.
5, okay.
I remember you
Same
said,
thing.
Well,
So I'm like, is this person worth me getting annoyed? And in the grand scheme of things, how much do they matter to me? How much power should I give them over me, that now I'm going to get annoyed and let whatever they say affect me? So rather than respond, I just block and move on. However,
thank you.
I mean, that's I've operated like that. However, you realize at some point that maybe, the Bible says it's time for everything. It's time there's time to make peace.
Yeah.
There's also time when you have to go to war.
Yeah.
It can't always be
It can't be.
peace. Because even the most righteous and the most holy people, at some point, if the need arises, there's time to kill.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it is. In war, it is time to kill. And it's not bad, because that is what it is for, right? So also at some point I realized, sometimes you need to put your foot down and put some people in their place. And like we're saying, sometimes it feels good because you vent and take out whatever it is Because also when you keep things inside, they can build up inside there, and one day you boil over and you don't know what will happen.
Maybe what people don't understand, for example, social media, when it comes to like the artists like us, is they don't realize the impact of the words it is that they say. It may be something small, but you like, well, I don't know if I should say this. I've got somebody at one time who commented, all the girls in your group are mothers. Why are you not a mother? Instead of wasting time, why don't you give birth? You understand? That is something which is extremely painful
And personal.
and very personal to me, you understand? But people don't get this thing that it's not that, for example, I'm infertile. It's not that. But I went through a period of abuse of a substance that is affecting that part. And I got out of it, and I'm trying to make this like better. But somebody is saying something which is not connected to mentioning the abuse, the substance abuse. You understand? But it's affecting me. Kati oyo wesimu wa dozi ya tell me. Okay. There's no way, and on top of that, the person doesn't even get to consider. I will give it to you the way it's supposed to be. But people don't realize the things it is that they say. You understand? Somebody will wake up and ask, why are you not married? You understand? And they don't realize that, well, I usually tend to think a lot. They don't realize, oh, why are you not married? I tend to say, by the time a man hasn't chosen a woman, he's looking for that one quality, because I'm sure, you see these guys, I'm sure beauty there. You understand? Women will come looking in all colors, shapes and sizes, but they've not gone with any of them. They have a personal reason. So when people come to social media and they're insulting you for that, they will not take it from the fact that they're normal people. They have something they're looking for.
Word.
That's I don't know. That's what I think. So sometimes you just can't. It's not even about what the Bible says. Sometimes people just need to respect the fact that you're a human being. You never know. If I go to the toilet, I'm even worse than you are. Like, the truth is, when I go to the toilet, I'll say, don't get in for like 20 minutes. Don't do that. But guess what? I will appear on a stage and nobody's going to know that part of me. But the thing is, I am a human being. So when you choose to write something about, the only thing is, like I told you, the names are different.
Yes.
It's like they're more often, they come out like on internet everywhere. If you Google, definitely you'll see pictures and stuff like that. So it doesn't make us any different.
Me, I always tell my friends that if it wasn't for business, honestly, I wouldn't be on social media. Personally, in a personal life, I don't find it a fancy space for me, because me, in my real space, I love relating with the real energy, like something that feels real connecting to me, you know. And with social media, of course, we see it's a space, everybody trying to paint what they want to paint, like based on very, very little reality. Like somebody will wake up and say, "Njagala kubeera bwenti ne bwenti," and they'll paint that. Kitegeeza ne feedback nayo teina reality lineage driving them, from my opinion. So the first time when I get ku social media, I think yali Facebook jina soko gendako. Njagala jua example ngabo no laba classroom. Like me personally, I was one person who would be like in a class na ne bembera manyi answer nyizo butawanika kujogera. Not because simanyi, but from me nganze bwe nakulanga bwemba manyi ekintu, sometimes bwe ate bwe njogera mandaba obanga kwerabisa. You understand?
You feel as if your attention seeking.
Like showing off or something.
So like, it doesn't really connect with my energy, but which is really contrary to the social media world. You know, kuvaya to kakase, you know, just so kind of but then I had to understand that it's business, you know. True. Social media, I'm doing it for Chozen Blood as a brand, But then there's Patrick Musasizi, who is always in my room, you know, trying to be with myself, you know. Kat social media, you know, when I get analyzing and integrate it's more for the brand. Scenes, right? Kati ngoli bwavaayo navuma edduuka alyo, let me say from you inayo ka boutique ko, you know, oli najja nayogera ekigambo ekibi ku boutique, of course owulira bubi, naye olw'okuba nasooka nenkyanalyze nga nenkolawo line nti business weeri njagala nate nange ng'omuntu wendi in the first place, business siyenze. So kati oli bwajja naleeta bad energy oba criticism ku business yange kinnuma, like lwaki mwana
ati omuwa ebibye.
I know,
omudiza bwobanga tosobola kikola ng'ompita. I'll do that for you.
I'll call you. Kati
assassin.
Yes. Line gye nagezaako okudrawinga like obutakkiriza social media energy kutuuka nnyo ku nze ng'omuntu. Okitegeera? Manya nti well ovumye oba kyonna kyokoze ovumye business yange kinnumye because you're affecting my finances and everything. Naye sikikkiriza kutuuka ku nze tovumye nze nga nze omuntu nwana nnyo okukolawo eyo line. Era mu response gye nkola mba nwana nnyo mu kutereeza business line. How can I do the damage control? How can I do? Nwana nnyo butakitekinga so personal. Why?
Mwansoma nnyo.
But I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have like 3.
From your analysis,
Yeah.
I feel like the trickiest thing about being an entertainer is that it's a very thin line between educario now, because wherever you are,
you are the duke.
You're the show.
it's very hard to say. It's very hard to say. Hey, Jonah, let's sing and you Chozen.
I know, right?
Bro, like you are the billboard of
your for real.
And I feel like doesn't that present a tricky, complex scenario?
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but with that, fubanyo kulaba nga call that space simu bubi naye ne manya nti oli bw'aba alina avuma nange kigenda kunnuma ne sigenda kukireetinga kuntuukako nnyo because response, like the power is so much in the response, you know. Engeri gye mbeera nze ndabeeko abantu bangi era nentuuka nga mbayita abafans ndinayo, you know. I've seen people olina mu traffic jam nakonkona emmotoka, hey, weka Chozen, yeah. And you're like, why are you doing this? Kati when I put the glasses down and then they smile, oh Chozen, good to see you. And then in my head I'm like, why didn't you come with love first than you know? But then nenkitegera nti ate ekyo kizibu kye si kyange naye nwanye ntya, you know, nwanye ntya obutakkiriza kizibu kye kufuuka kyange. You know, because me I started the industry and the motor like from school nga sina kyemanyi kati abantu ne banyiiza nnyo nalabe ebintu bingi even before social media nga oli akutuukako nga just because you're a young boy with a big tune, you're sitting on the table with them and they want to make you feel small all the time kati nobeera nga okyebuuza lwaki gye nakoma obutawa actions zaabwe man through my response. It made me like kind of comfortably sit in my line, though like you said it's a very thin line because most times you're contradicting a business. Pages handler.
Yes, so can I ask you something?
Please do.
Yeah, the last thing you said is the pages was like a handler. I got to a point when I would finally bump into these people like a year or 2 after. Bone banyiga nga wanziramu bubi wakola ki oyogera bwe bati ndaba interviews and stuff like. Anyway, that one first put it. I wanted to ask you something. So where do I come in on my part? Like it is not that I kind of grew up planned, should I say, but my mom is Muganda.
Oh yeah.
I don't wear umoja slippers size 11. I wear size 11 like any slipper, but not umoja because that was my weapon, my mother's weapon for me. And yes, like if I ever hear somebody say Jacqueline, I don't respond up till now. I've done what?
Something
wrong. If I hear someone say Chandiru, I've done something wrong. So you mentioned not making that person weka chosen. Kati nze nga nze personally, I grew up in a very good home. But you cannot call me weka. You don't give birth to me. You've never given birth to me. You don't feed me or something. Even if it is your bad manners in your place, accord a bit of respect. Gamba, mana gwe chosen. Then when, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
No, I mean, you make a valid point.
I want to understand, like, because he has a good point with not making other people's bad manners his problem. But the thing is, on my part as well, you cannot come and say Gweka Chandiru. Of which I'm sure even a street kid has done that to me and literally almost took my wig off. Because like I didn't give money and then you understand. So my question is, at what point does the fact that I'm a human being, I was brought up by a strict mother, a strict father, like at what point am I going to keep going till I will not let this person's bad manners
get to me?
Yes.
I feel like that's a very compromising point, and it also depends on the receiver, because you see, who feels it knows it. You know, like if somebody says Gweka Chozen oba Gweka Chandiru, trust me, energy tugenda receiving a chechemu. So that means it has to call for a different response. Like siyinza kukugamba nti lwaki omuzeemu bwotyo, cause nange mba simanyi gwe bw'owulidde, oba nange mba simanyi lwaki orespondinze mu ngeri bwetyo. But in my opinion,
so it's a temperamental thing. Like you're different, we're different.
It feels like.
Why are you so happy? You're smiling. It's only me who is so hard on this thing. So it's just, for me, I would take it different.
What works for me can be different from what works for Allan.
Oh yeah,
there's a saying. Who can interpret that? Do we have anyone who speaks Runyankore?
Trivias.
We're trying Our guests are so quiet.
They should contribute.
Basically, it's just saying that, in a nutshell, like what you said. So, we can be 5 people, and we all experience a scenario of Gweka Chozen. Gweka Allan, Gweka. But the way we react now will depend on our unique attributes of our characters or our life experiences to this point.
Exactly.
That shape our point of view.
So it's my problem if somebody says Gweka Chozen ngantu dewano. Chozen smiles, I swear it's going down. I'll fight his battles.
Listen to me. I don't smile when somebody comes and says Gweka Chozen, I pull down the mirrors, then mutunulira went. So kenda be achogedde from what perception? And ninako obuzibu, anzalawa, anonyaka attention, and you see with energy when you get so much to feel your energy going up omuntu okezako okufuna boundaries nogezaako obutakiriza energy okubeera compromised that easily. You know, I try to keep in that zone. Nemanya nti cause nga begambe when I starting the journey abantu bangi baja nga banoonyako entalo zesitayise okitegedde kati ngenda okulaba nga entalo zino ezisinga buli wenziddamu nzongera fuel okitegedde bwensirika tekitegeeza nti owangudde nyinza okusirika bwe nti naye nga nkunoonyeza solution gy'otasobola nakulowooza nako.
Osirika tonoonya solution, just osirika. That's the truth. For him, when he says bwensirika, asirika, he just doesn't want what? Violence.
So it's a defense, it's more of a defense
mechanism
to de-escalate.
No, it's okay. You can give me 1 week.
Sure.
Because you know what? I feel like when you get out of my responsible sumo is no kumanya movie yange dako. Like you can literally read me. Mbera neje kamanyi nanga wadde gwe otandike okurunning, because some people they're good at triggering.
Oh yes.
Allan,
to get a reaction from you.
Right? Yeah, nekati me the power in the response mampulira njagala njesigalize mu mbeera yonna ngambe nti bwoboze no ngamba gwe Chozen. I pull down the mirror and I don't smile, I don't do anything. Nesooka nkutunuulira.
Let me tell you guys a story. So one time, I was heading home, and I had an altercation with the border guy. He was overtaking from the wrong side, as at traffic lights, as I was indicating to turn. But he, you know how border guys, for them, instead of stopping, they try to increase the speed and pass you before you turn. So in the process of passing, the car clipped like his back tire.
Yeah.
So he fell, but it was not a serious thing. Now, of course, I was pissed. So I branched off and parked. And the guy came, I'm there telling the guy, did you see that the lights? Did you see the indicators? Now, other random idiots gather around.
Thank you. They don't know the story.
You know, my window is down. Now, my window is down. I had put my phone on the car seat. And because the windows are up, so I just put the phone there. Now, the border guy wasn't even, because he understood his mistake, he wasn't being so combative.
Yeah.
But these other random guys, they club, so these guys pissed me off. Now I get distracted into responding to, I'm like, wait, it is not your business. You know the guy, so what do you want?
You are alone in the car.
Yes.
Oh,
so we are talking, this one is shouting, this one is shouting. The border guy is not even, I'm like, wait, you're not even jazzing. Now, so they just keep escalating the situation. Eventually, I decided to, you guys, just go over there at the petrol station because I'm not getting anything now, it's just noise. I drive there. By the time I drove there, my phone was gone. What was the lesson there? These guys knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they were intentional.
They were intentionally escalating a situation, pissing me off to take my attention away from what's happening here.
But if you know the area, I have my boys from Anyafio. They can come and beat them up. They can come and beat them up and they would have produced the phone.
And the next day.
To make matters worse, so when I get there, this guy is showing me his bike. I'm like, okay, let me get my phone. I send you mobile money.
Yeah.
So that's how I realized the phone is not there. Now, once the guy also realizes the phone has been taken, he's like,
we leave it to Chileke.
Now, I assume maybe he knows the guys. I'm like, yo guys, go and get you. The guy's like, me, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
I also don't know them. I was heading home. So they were just random people. Even the border guy doesn't know them, yet they were acting like they're on his side so much, defending him. And indeed, the whole area had scattered. There was no one. All the guys disappeared.
Oh.
So, back to what Chozen was saying. I was trying to sort of rub in his point when he said, sometimes someone provokes you intentionally to annoy you, get a reaction, but they have another agenda that is not apparent. So in his point of view, for example, when in retrospect, when those guys started just, I just put up my window and told about that guy, come over there, just that was it. But they wouldn't. They quickly poked and escalated things and just diverted my attention.
And you know what happens? Most people that are good at that, they always step on your nervous system. You understand? I've been manipulated in scenarios like that because totally like set up za pezanjaulo. Waliwo omuntu nga tobera productive nnyo mu mbeera ya kayana nnyo, right? And some people realize bali motivated with that. Hey, energy, we have different energies. Right?
Why is everybody
it's really normal. I've been with, let me tell you, I've worked with a certain musical manager. Ngai bwaba talina olutalo ta succeedinga. Naye yengeri gyakola kijakola emirimu gyana line. Ngera ne bwe luba teruliwo ajja ku making sure alunoonya ali motivated n'ekyo. And you know, bw'omu understanding ogamba yoyo. And then there are people nagamba nze bwe mbeera nga ndi mu zone yange nga, you know, I try to keep what's mine to mine. Boundaries and that's when I can be more productive. You understand? Kati oli omuntu bwatyo asobola okuvuuka energy eyo nakamba Allan ono bw'aba talina muntu ala concentrating nakola ebintu bye nebimuvinga, right? Agenda kukunoonya ebbanga lyonna ajenga kati kumbe yategedde buli wakugira bwati n'ogira bwoti akudivertinga. And manipulation is way high in that lane. Like fear, some people will try and use the fear as the weapon to manipulate you. Until with the creatives, I've witnessed this. No sanga omuntu nga ayagala craft you the way you write your songs and everything. Mukifo ky'okujja kugambe nti
mpandikira
oba okolera sente meka, like can we have a business talk and we go ahead, ajja kujja asooka ate kukuzalawa. They want to put you down. Alabe reaction yo bwoba oli vulnerable taking a once, then amala agambe
after you get the music industry, that's like a whole another,
you know,
separate. Sorry,
you understand. So me being exposed so much to that side, nti chanyamba nnyo okunoonyereza nnyo to the mind, actually bring it back to the mental health world, because before I'm one person who would do a song, then maybe spend a year or two without even, doing another song. Not because it's music imba oba mukoyo banga movodeko, but in my understanding, I felt like it's a journey for me that I had to learn different things. But all these different things, in my observation, they have been so much connecting to the empowerment of the mind. Because business and fair music, the mind is the bank.
Yeah.
Because nature tutunda chanyini nyini chiva muchi mubongo. Oli achimanyi bulungi nnyo bw'anajja n'ankyankalanya sigenda kola tune. I'm telling you. Era abantu bangi Allan okimanyi bye tumanyi nti oli yajja n'amukanga ne bakanga bukanzi byonna by'obadde okola ne bikutamu. But me being in that up and down, I felt like the only way to kind of have my mental space intact is really try so much to have power on my response. Nanzo omuntu. Because olajja kujja kugamba ekintu nga already
kikujja mu
mbeera, naye nga jjukira n'akyogedde si yasalawo, okitegedde
n'abafollowa bataano
kati tukijjeeko ne kubeeri bafollowa nga tukizizaako muffe bennyini abamu industry. Me, my moment of reality checks zajjiranga nnyo ku the business people in the creative world, because we are the creative. You have the, let me say, the gold, but there is the person who knows where they sell the gold.
True.
The
business, the music business side of
Thank you.
Of
that music business side, and this is where most mental crashes with Zijide. Because the business people nabo bajja ne intentions zaabwe bali banonyi ba sente. Gwe product, right? Kati negotiating ground oba wezirwanira we wano mu bwongo okitegedde nti inaye yennyini okuyisa olusi business interests ze ayina okubanga somehow mentally oli manipulated mu ngeri emu oba endala. Ye nga ye business people ng'olusi kyekigendererwa ki ye okukufunamu ssente obulungi olina okubanga
maybe oli beholden
ng'oli vulnerable somehow eriye kati jjukira ate bwakufula vulnerable eriye, you're getting vulnerable even to your family, even to your friends, so over time the next janga njiga nti the power of response wano nkulu nnyo. Manager ayinza okujja naku laga tosobola tolina wakabi naye nga te yakusanga olwedde olina wakabi ne weebuuza like can we have like mutual business talks oba nga oli businessman oyagala kunkola mu ssente, I'm the product, nzikiriza yenze product ngenda kuzannya no party yange nawe ezannye eyo, naye olw'okubanga ebya business bibaamu manipulation somewhere somehow.
For negotiation omuntu wajjanga you've seen this people who say olina edduuka lyo otunda ngatto.
Yeah.
Of course the mentality is that people always hike prices, and that's the reason why they hike prices anyway.
Yeah.
Nga tejja kwa mtayo 15 omuntu ajja agambe badde nnyayo ebiri kitundu. Emitalo 15
Amajja kubira jack ya munzirire.
kati gwe kati gwe ali mu dduuka bwebange engatto wali ogisuubudde $5,000
Yeah.
naye nga wabranding edduuka lyo bulungi ng'ogitunda $15,000
Yeah.
oli bajja nakugamba ebiri kitundu
Yeah.
katojja gamba okay 150 nze njikoma 8 already otemye atandikidde wansi nnyo nti, and I feel like that's the same principle in the manipulation nti omuntu ayagala asooke akunafuye nnyo make you vulnerable, then offer you something that may not be commensurate, but now because they've started on such a negative note, even something that's not deserving might seem not so bad.
You can pass with it.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy, but that's the reality.
It's the reality, but I feel like we creatives, if we're lucky enough to have the mental resilience to ourselves, no manyanti, because bw'obanga tobadde bulungi bakukozesa decisions z'obadde toyagadde nga gwe most times, you know, because at the back of it I feel like the mind bwe tubanga tulwanye resilience eyo netuyamba nebeerawo. I always tell my colleagues, like, in this battlefield of the industry, the mind is the army. It's the army I have. Oshagedde nti oli bw'ajjanga mu lutalo nga toyina bajje mu lutalo bagenda kuwangula. And what happens is somebody to destabilize your army, they start with destabilizing the mind. Oshagedde bana abera akuteeka nnyo ku hype ate nga gwe tobadde original tutambulira ku hype, oba bw'alaba obadde otambula bulungi ate nakuteekamu fear. I mean, these scenarios nyingi, bro.
It's like hacking you.
It's
like they're hacking your CPU.
I mean, I'm a CPU,
you know.
Bro, I've been in a bar, guy in a jana kola ko lutalo. Na rana nangi, like bottles start flying, and it mean my energy. That's not my energy frequency. Like you say, there's that time.
The lesson for that, my number.
Yeah.